Okay. Wow, why is it saying that I'm not live? What the fuck is going on here? What is going on? Check 1, 2. Is anybody there? What the hell happened? What is going on here? Wow, I don't understand. What happened here? What absolutely happened here? Seeing, hearing now. Well, what the hell was I doing the whole time? Shelly, could you hear me the whole time this was going? Because I've been going for the last 20 minutes. It was totally lagged out for the last 15 minutes. Wow, you guys can't see anything. Oh, wow. It's not on my end. My end is doing perfect. My end is actually working very good. Everything's going fine here. Holy shit, what the hell? I'm so sorry, everybody. I mean, I started at 7 o'clock. I was going for the last 20 minutes. So I hope everybody can, the first screen I saw, I see your mechanic slide now. Okay, yes, that's what we're on. So you guys didn't hear me for the whole thing? Holy shit. All right, so you know what we're going to do? We're just going to start it all over again. I mean, really, did anybody hear any of that live that started at 7 o'clock? Oh my God. Holy shit. Man, here I am just performing and talking and oh my God. All right, so, wow. What a shitting thing that was. All right, okay, so damage control. Let's go ahead and first of all, I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to do. Everybody can hear and see me now. I have no idea what the hell just happened for the last 15 minutes. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I got through half the presentation already, but that's all right. That's the eclipse and we can handle that shit. You know what I mean? So can everybody hear and see me now? It was rehearsal. It sure was. So nobody heard any of that? What the hell happened? You know what we're going to do before we even fucking start this time? Yo, I'm telling you, my mic was on. Everything was broadcasting. I even started 10 minutes early. You know, like the beginning music and stuff, the intro screen, that was all running. Everything was running excellent. You know, Latasha, I'm going to tell you something. When you asked, when are you going to start? That's when I was like, what do you mean, when am I going to start? Oh my God. We're going to do it over again. So thank you, everybody, for coming back in. That's on YouTube's end. I swear to God, everything was working very, very good. It was an excellent connection. The chat was going, so I thought everybody was listening to me. You know what I mean? Oh my God. I'm like, everything's working here. My computer's not lagging. My internet is fucking pristine. Wow. All right, it doesn't matter. We're here now. We're here now. I was 15 minutes into that presentation. Oh, well. It's either that or watch the Bills lose. Let's clear our energy, shall we? Take a deep breath in, everybody. Settle in. And release. Take another slow, deep breath in. Welcome, Sarah. And release. Very good. Very good. Let's take one more deep breath in and let's let go of the day and release. Very good. Now we're going to bless our fucking live stream. Yeah, so here I am going off, just having a good time with the eclipse presentation, 15, 20 minutes into it. And everyone's like, when are you starting? And I was wondering why people were bailing out. I was just like, what, did the Bills game start or something? Shit. That's all right. Dress rehearsal. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I was going to tie my hair back anyway. Oh, now the fucking chat went. Oh, there we are. It's been a day. You know what? But it's been really productive for me. I got so much done. It was unbelievable. But I'm telling you, this is hitting everybody different. Oh, and by the way, Gene, I'm going to tell you right now, because as soon as I noticed this blunder I made, okay? So I recorded the freaking weekend, which is available Fridays, 10 a.m. I recorded the freaking weekend this morning, and I told Capricorn that this eclipse was happening in their fourth house, okay? It's not. It's happening in your third. We're going to go over that tonight. We're going to go over where this eclipse is in everybody's sign. Okay. And I know how you are. So I'm telling you now, I made a mistake. I said fourth house instead of third. It's in the third. You can go ahead and leave the comment. It helps the algorithm anyway. And I don't know what happened with the timestamp on Capricorn either. I think I subconsciously do that. So you correct me. You know what I mean? All right. Welcome, everybody. We're going to go over the Pisces eclipse again, and we're going to do it great this time, though, because I already practiced it. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Thanks for the stars, everybody. Happy eclipse. This weekend is going to be huge. And so we're going to go over everything about what this eclipse is about. I'm going to explain what an eclipse is, especially this one. We're going to talk about the signs of Pisces and Virgo because that's what it's happening in. Happy birthday to all you Virgos out there. And make sure you check out the midweek reset tarot reading that is available now. That dropped yesterday. And today we got the live. And then I think you just typed this timestamp. It happens. Yeah, I typoed the timestamp. I did. I kind of mixed the minutes and the seconds. It happens, And I never said I was perfect. Pretty damn close, though, All right, so I don't know. I got to kind of just, I'm cooling off, because who the fuck was I talking to for the last 15 minutes? I thought I had a whole audience going. I was wondering why the numbers were just like, what? And then they just started to dwindle. And then Jessica texted me and said, are you going to go live? And I'm like, Testosterone, you know what I'm saying, everybody? Couple little thoughts of mine for this energy. We have surrender versus control. I was talking a lot about that in the midweek reset. Surrender versus control. What can you control? And what can you surrender? Can you surrender control? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me back up my script. I just don't believe that. I was broadcasting to somebody else. I don't know, a whole different audience and maybe in a different. Maybe I jumped timelines and jumped back in. I don't know what happened. Everything was working. Everything was A-okay. Everything still is A-okay. No drop signal, no nothing. Let's do it, shall we? Oh, it's going to be a beautiful night. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome. Tomorrow, Friday, August 28th, we've got a lunar eclipse in Pisces. And I wanted to catch this one with you tonight, Thursday, because the exact peak is 12:18 in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time. So think of tonight as us gathering right at the doorway at it, you know? We're getting ready to let this energy in, okay? So if you're new here, I'm Jeff. Welcome to Raise Your Vibration TV. This is where we do tarot, astrology, and real talk about your spiritual life every single week. You're multi-dimensional. I am, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm a multi-dimensional international psychic and astrologer. Multi-dimensional. I'm going to use that title. Thanks, Sarah. All right, so tonight is a deep one. We're going to cover what a full moon lunar eclipse even is. We're going to break down Pisces, the element, the modality, the ruling planet, all of it. Same with Virgo, since that's where the sun is sitting. We'll get into it exactly what today's alignment means, and then we're going sign by sign, in depth, all 12, with real talk and real examples. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your fucking smoke of choice, and this one's got some meat on it, so let's get to it, all right? Let's do this, lunar eclipse. Why do we even make a big deal out of eclipses? You know, why? Why do we? I'll tell you why. Every month, you get a full moon and new moon. Nothing special required, but an eclipse is different. An eclipse only happens when the sun, the moon, and the earth line up so precisely that the moon actually passes through Earth's shadow. What that precision is the whole reason astrologers treat eclipses differently. They're not just a lunation like we normally talk about. They're an accelerant. An eclipse does not ask your permission. It fast tracks the ending you've been putting off, and it pulls the beginning forward before you even feel you're ready for it. And that's why you get that pull the rug out from under you feeling right around an eclipse, okay? And it wasn't your imagination. This is the point, okay? And listen, if I'm putting my attention on something and asking you to put your attention on it too, it's worth learning. That's just how I operate. So let's actually learn this one tonight and let it seep in, okay? So, what's a full moon actually? We already talked about that. A full moon happens every single month, and the sun and the moon are exactly opposite each other in the sky, with the earth in the middle. Okay? Astrologically, a full moon is always about culmination. Whatever got planted at the new moon 2 weeks earlier is now fully grown, fully visible, impossible to ignore. Full moons bring things to a head. They don't let you pretend anymore. Now, randomly, can you guys just drop something in the chat to say, yes, I can hear you. Yes, we can see the screen. Because I don't know if I'm talking to nobody again. You want to talk about triggers. It's not even hot. And I'm getting fucking stage sweat. All right. So, what makes an eclipse? Most months, the full moon just misses Earth's shadow. The moon's orbit is tilted a few degrees compared to the Earth's orbit around the sun, so most of the time the alignment is close, but not close enough. You're good. Thank you, Mrs. Carlson. I appreciate you. Now, a lunar eclipse happens on the rare occasion that the alignment is perfect. Sun, Earth, Moon, an almost exact alignment, and the moon actually passes into Earth's shadow. Earth physically blocks the sunlight that would normally be lighting the moon up. So why does the moon turn red during a lunar eclipse? Why does it turn red? Because it's doomsday. No, I'm just kidding. Even when the moon is fully in Earth's shadow, it doesn't go black. Sunlight still reaches it, but only the light that bends around the edges of our entire planet, through every sunrise and every sunset happening on Earth at the exact moment. That's why flat Earth theory falls flat on the floor. The only flat Earth theory there is this one that falls flat to the floor. Explain the eclipses. And of course, my son is calling me. during a live. Maybe if you found out what your dad did once in a while, you wouldn't do that. All right, so Earth's atmosphere filters out the blue light and lets the red and orange wavelengths bend around the planet and land on the moon. So the blood red color you see in the sky tonight, and especially tomorrow, quite literally, every sunset and sunrise on Earth painted onto the moon at once. Think about that. Isn't that freaking cool? It's just like so cool, man. But why lunar eclipses matter more than solar? Solar eclipses, and that's new moon eclipses, are about beginnings, external events, things happening to you or around you. Lunar eclipses, full moon eclipses like Fridays, are internal. They're about your emotions, your subconscious. What you're finally admitting to yourself. Tonight is a feelings night, not an action night. Plan accordingly, all right? And right now, well, not right now, but in probably another hour or so, moonrise, I think, is right around 8:30. And man, you guys got to check out the moon if you haven't. I think it's actually not cloudy to actually see it again tonight. It's beautiful, okay? And I'm going to tell you this before we go. All right? Before we get started here. I don't want you to go out and charge your crystals under all this. I don't want you to go and get your moon water ready. We don't do that during a full moon eclipse. We release. We do not charge. It is a time of reflection. Okay? So whatever you're watching on that stopped your scroll on TikTok, think twice. Do not charge your crystals at this time. Do not make moon water and dance around like you're fucking Stevie Nicks, because it's not going to work. You need to get rid of the ugly, okay? Sorry, not sorry. All right? So let's understand Pisces, the sign of the eclipse it's in. Its element is water. Its modality is mutable. Its ruling planet is Neptune in modern astrology, Jupiter traditionally. And its archetype is the mystic. Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac, the 12th of 12, which means it carries a little bit of every sign that came before it. That's why Pisces can feel like the most everything at once sign in the chart. Boundless, dreamy, compassionate to a fault. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Water signs. Feel first and think second. You know who I'm talking about. Add mutable, and mutable means flexible, adaptable, and changeable. Pisces doesn't hold a fixed shape. It takes the shape of whatever container it's in, like water always does. Interesting, right? Because this eclipse sits at just 4 degrees Pisces, very early in the sign, this is young Pisces energy, not the fully mature, boundaried version. This is the raw, tender, still figuring it out version. So don't expect perfect clarity at the beginning of this weekend. Expect feelings first and understanding it later. Okay? Now, let's move on to Virgo, because that's where the sun is sitting. Because the opposition matters just as much as the eclipse itself does. Virgo's element is Earth. Its modality is mutable also. Its ruling planet is Mercury, and its archetype is the analyst. Virgo is Pisces' polar opposite on the zodiac wheel, which is exactly why the sun sits there during a Pisces full moon. These two signs are in constant conversation with each other astrologically. And tonight, that conversation is at full volume, and I bet you some of you can already hear it. So for a real example, you know that friend who alphabetizes their spice rack, color codes their calendar? Maybe has a skin routine with 11 steps. That's Virgo, meticulous, practical, a little bit of perfectionist, and secretly holding it together for everyone around them too. Both Pisces and Virgo are mutable signs, by the way. So this whole eclipse, both ends of the axis, is asking for flexibility, not force, not control, adaption. That's the theme of the entire night and this weekend, no matter what sign you are in or are, okay? Interesting. Everybody can hear me still, right? I'm so fucking paranoid. Oh my God, are you still all there? Are you there? And I think some of you are not answering just to kind of fuck with me, but that's okay. Didn't say I was asking for it. All right, let's continue. You know, we got to have fun, y'all. We got to have fun. What's it all for if we're not having fun? Okay? Let's talk about the mechanics of it, shall we? And what's actually happening tonight. So, back to specifics. This is a partial lunar eclipse, but don't let partial fool you. We're basically talking 93 to 96% of the moon swallowed up in Earth shadow. That's basically total, folks. You're going to see that moon turn a deep blood red for the exact reason I just explained. So this eclipse is something called a Saros Series 138. Think of a Saros series as a family of eclipses that repeats roughly every 18 years, kind of like eclipse siblings, if you will. This is the 13th eclipse out of 83 total in this family. So this family has a long life. Most of them haven't even happened yet, okay? Exact peak for this lunar eclipse is 12:18 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, early Friday morning. Now, I'm going to tell you this. The full release meditation is going to be released at 12:18 a.m. tonight. Well, Friday morning. However, which way you want to slice it. The mini meditation that we're going to do at the end is like I said, mini. So a very small, very small. Thank you for this. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for the sparkles. Thank you for the treat. All right. So yeah, do that meditation tomorrow morning. It'll be ready for you. And then at 10 o'clock, you get the freaking weekend. I mean, come on. Come on, huh? Come on. I've been busy and I got it all done. You know, everything, all of it. I'm so proud of myself. I really put the workload on me. So, this is landing at 4 degrees Pisces, exactly opposite the sun at this same degree of Virgo. And that's about as precise an opposition as it gets. Okay. So let's go over, how many times can I say so tonight? This is the big picture. Okay. This is 2 years in the making. So here's where it gets deep. This is the 6th eclipse out of 7 along what's called the Virgo Pisces axis. And that story started September 17th, 2024 and wraps up in February 2027. Interesting, huh? How very Virgo. Exactly. Every eclipse since then has worked the same territory. Practical, everyday reality, that's Virgo. Against spiritual devotion, dream, surrender, that's Pisces. The push and pull between get it done and just let go. There's a second layer happening right now. The lunar nodes just shifted into Leo Aquarius axis on July 26, remember? And we had a total solar eclipse in Leo just 2 weeks ago on August 12th. We are standing at a genuine hinge point, everybody. One story's closing, and another one's already begun. And here's a fun one. 19 years ago, to the day, August 28th, 2007, a total lunar eclipse landed at almost this exact same degree of Pisces. That's what's called a metonic cycle. If you want to feel tonight in your bones, think back to what ended for you in the last few months of 2007. Think about that. More to ponder and think about, of course. So what's it mean in plain English? Well, I'll tell you. Let me translate all of that into plain English. 4 things. Number 1, moon, opposite sun, exact. A full moon eclipse always means culmination. Something reaches its peak. You can't avoid it any longer. In Pisces and Virgo, surrender versus control. Faith versus logic. Boundaries versus compassion coming to a head. North Node newly in Aquarius, we're being asked to loosen our grip on the old story so the new one has room to begin. Squared by Uranus, expect the unexpected. This eclipse moves fast, and it doesn't send a warning text first. All right? Goddamn, goddamn, goddamn. Okay. Let's do all the signs starting with Aries. Okay, Aries, real talk, you're the sign that runs into a burning building while everyone else is running out. You don't sit with feelings, you act on them. So tonight's eclipse is going to feel a little unfair. I got to stop saying tonight's eclipse. It happens on Friday morning. I'm sure you're not going to split hairs, but as an astrologer, Jeff, come on. You don't sit with feelings, you act on them, Aries. So tonight's eclipse is going to feel a little unfair because it's asking you to do the one thing you're worst at. Nothing. Just feel it. This eclipse falls in your 12th house, the house of the subconscious, of endings, of everything you've stuffed in the closet and shut the door on because you were too busy starting the next thing. The 12th house doesn't care about your 5-year plan. It cares about the stuff underneath the plan. Real example, think about the last time you ended a relationship, a job, a friendship. Did you process it? Or did you already have the next thing lined up before the old thing was even cold? Be honest. This eclipse is calling that pattern out gently at 2 a.m. while you're staring at the ceiling. And this closes a 2-year chapter that started in 2024 in September, something about identity or an old version of yourself you've been quietly retiring without ever formally saying goodbye to it. So say goodbye to it now. Your homework tonight, Aries, is to literally do nothing for 10 minutes. I know that's basically torture for you, but do it anyway. Okay? Tonight's ritual is this. Light a white or silver candle before bed and write down one thing you're ready to release from the last 2 years and burn it safely or bury it. I'd burn it. Just burn it. You're a fire sign, burn that shit. Okay? Your affirmation for this eclipse is, I release what I no longer need to carry. My rest is sacred. I love that. Let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, welcome. This is happening in your 11th house. Taurus, you're a sign that picks one couch and sits in it for the next 15 years. Change is not really your love language. So when I tell you this eclipse this weekend is shaking up your friend group and your future goals, I already know that some of you just felt your stomach drop because you're probably already going through this. This eclipse lands in your 11th house, friendships, your community, your tribe, and the big dreams you hold for your future. This is not your comfort zone house, Taurus. The 11th house is about the collective, about the people who aren't blood family, but feel like family anyway. So, real example here. You know that group chat you're still in out of obligation, where nobody said anything funny in 8 months and you keep meaning to leave but don't? That's the exact energy this eclipse is coming for. This also touches your future hopes and wishes, the big stuff. The 5 and 10-year dreams. Don't be surprised if a goal you've quietly outgrown falls away and a totally different one takes its place almost overnight. So tonight's ritual for you is write a list of the hopes you're ready to actively pursue now and one relationship you're ready to release without resentment. You know what I'm talking about, Taurus? You keep these people around you. You know what I'm saying? And they do not serve you. So it's okay to mute the group chat. I promise the friendship police will not come for you because there's other things to do. Your affirmation for this eclipse is, I welcome the people and dreams that are meant to grow with me. Hell yeah. And that takes your power back too, Taurus. Remember that. Some of you Tauruses might really be struggling with this at this time. So let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, you talk to everybody. You can make friends with a brick wall. So when your career house lights up, believe me, everyone is going to hear about it, whether you meant to tell them or not. This eclipse hits your 10th house. It's about career, reputation, your public role, the title on your business card, or the one you wish was on your business card. The 10th house is the most visible house in the chart. Whatever shifts here, other people notice. Real example is this. Has anyone ever asked you, wait, what do you actually do for work? And you needed like 3 sentences and a hand gesture to explain it? That's Gemini energy. Multiple lanes, multiple interests, and no single box. Tonight, one of those lanes might close and a completely different one opens. Be aware of that. This closes a 2-year professional repositioning that started in September of 2024. Whatever ladder you thought you were climbing back then, check if it's even the same ladder anymore. Gemini, somewhere tonight, a recruiter is about to slide into your DMs and you're going to pretend you're not thrilled about it. You are thrilled about it. Okay? So tonight's ritual is, under the eclipse light, write down the career identity you're ready to step into next. Not the job title, the feeling of it. Your affirmation is this: my path is allowed to change. I trust where I'm being repositioned. And I don't want you to freak out, Gemini. These are blessings in disguise. And you're probably already onto that. You're probably already feeling it. Capisce, comprende? Am I still on, guys? Can you still hear me? Is everything okay? Okay. Cancer. Cancer, you feel everything, and then you feel everyone else's everything too. This eclipse is hitting the part of your chart that governs what you actually believe about the world, about faith, about what's even possible for you. That's a big ask for the most sensitive sign in the zodiac. And this eclipse lands in your 9th house, and it's all about beliefs, higher learning, maybe some travel, the big meaning of life's questions. This is the house of the professor, the pilgrim, the person who studies abroad and comes back a different person. Real example. Remember believing something about yourself in college or in your 20s that you'd be embarrassed to say out loud today? That gap between who you were and who you are now, that's exactly the territory this eclipse is illuminating. Here comes the goddamn train. Son of a bitch. Trains have been going crazy during my recordings lately. I'm sure you guys can agree. And lawnmowers. All right, so since this closes out this 2-year story that started in September of 2024, you got to ask yourself, what did I believe about my own future back then that I've quietly stopped believing? And what do I believe now instead? Cancer, if you suddenly get the urge to book a plane ticket somewhere you've never been, I'm just saying the eclipse told you to do that, okay? So tonight's ritual for you is journal on the question, what did I believe 2 years ago that I've since outgrown? Read it back and thank that old belief for its season. Your affirmation is this: I am safe to grow beyond what I once believed. Expansion, Cancer. Leo in the house. Leo in the house. Leo. And I say this as a Leo sun myself. So I'm basically talking to my own chart right now. We would like to be the ones holding it together. We perform strength even when we're falling apart inside. This eclipse is calling that out directly. Aye. This eclipse falls in our 8th house, and it covers a wide breadth of things: intimacy, trust, shared resources, and deep transformation. This is the house of what happens behind closed doors, the parts of you that don't come out under the stage light. Because when we get behind closed doors. Real example. Think about the last time you were struggling, Leo, and someone asked, "Are you okay?" And you said, "I'm fine," with a big smile, and you were absolutely not fine. This eclipse wants you to try the honest answer this time, okay? This is a 2-year transformation reaching its turning point. Whatever you've been slowly rebuilding trust around a relationship, your finances, your sense of what safety even means, this eclipse brings it to a head. Leo, "I'm fine" is not a personality trait. Try, "Actually, I'm having a rough week. Just once. I promise the sky won't fall." Well, actually, tonight, it kind of is, but you get what I mean, all right? Hello, Patriot8454. Welcome. Now we're moving on to Virgo. Virgo in the house. Happy birthday, Virgo. Virgo, this one's personal for you because the sun is sitting in your own sign, exactly opposite this eclipse. That's not a background event for you. That's a spotlight. And you know how much you love a spotlight. You don't. You hate it. That's kind of the point. This eclipse activates your 7th house. It's all about partnership, marriage, business relationships, the significant other in your life. And because the sun is exactly opposite in your own sign, this is generally one of those most personal eclipses you'll experience in years. So here's your real example, of course. You know how you edit a text message 4 times before sending it, trying to get the tone exactly right so nobody's feelings get hurt? That instinct to overmanage yourself for other people, this eclipse is asking you to stop editing and just say the real thing, especially now that your ruler, Mercury, is back in your sign. How come we dropped so many signs, so many people already? Is it lagging again? Uh-oh. Everything's still on, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay. So this closes the Virgo Pisces eclipse story you've technically been living on both sides of for 2 years. Your own identity on one end, your relationships on the other. This weekend, those 2 threads finally meet. Virgo, I know you already have a bullet-pointed list for everything wrong with this relationship or situation. That's cool. Now, do one for what's actually right with it. See how that feels. And tonight's ritual is this. Have one honest conversation you've been avoiding, or write a letter, sent or not, naming what you truly need from a key relationship. Okay? Your affirmation is this. I can be fully myself and fully in relationship at the same time. Think about it. All right, everybody. Yeah, I think YouTube is kind of messed up today. The chat counter is just off. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. Very, very weird. All right, let's move on to Libra. Libra, you will deliberate over a restaurant menu for 20 minutes and then order the same thing you always order. And I know, goddammit, because I lived with a Libra. I still do. I still deal with it. Never ask a Libra what's for dinner or what they want. Absolutely not. Decision paralysis is basically a sport for you. So naturally, this eclipse picks one area of your life where overthinking does the most damage, and that's your health and your daily routine. Okay? This eclipse lands in your 6th house, and it's all about health. It's your daily habits. It's your work routine. It's the unglamorous maintenance of your actual life. Okay? This is not the romantic aesthetic house. This is the, did you drink water today house? Okay? Real example. How many times have you said, I'm going to start eating better. I'm sleeping earlier. I'm going to the gym on a Monday, and by Wednesday, you're back to the old patterns. Because you're still debating the right way to do it. That's the exact loop this eclipse wants to break. The fix isn't glamorous. It's still the boring stuff. Sleep, food, pacing. Say no to the 4th commitment this week. Small, unglamorous changes carry outsized power under this particular sky. Absolutely, Patriot. I forgot about that. Big coronal mass injections all this week, actually. And I think it was peaking today because I started the stream at 7 o'clock and I was going for 20 minutes and we weren't even live. So, Libra, you do not need the perfect gym routine backed by 4 studies and a podcast recommendation. You just need to go. This weekend, that's it. That's the whole plan. Stop doom scrolling. Tonight's ritual is this. Choose one daily habit to release and one to begin, starting the morning after the eclipse. Write both down and put them somewhere visible, like on your mirror, in your bathroom, on your fridge. I do that. Not my mirror in the bathroom because I don't want anything obscuring my view, but definitely on my fridge. And your ritual, your affirmation, Libra, is this. I honor my body by choosing rhythms that actually support me. Okay. Very good. Libra, get some shit done. Okay. Change your patterns, change your life. Scorpio, this is happening in your 5th house. You guard your heart like it's a vault with a 10-digit code, which is exactly why this eclipse is hitting your house of joy, creativity, and romance. It's going to feel almost uncomfortably light for someone who usually operates in the deep end. This eclipse falls in the 5th, creativity, self-expression, romance, and your inner child. This is the do it because it's fun, not because it's productive house. And Scorpio, I know that sentence alone makes you a little suspicious. Okay? It's a real example. That hobby you used to love as a kid and gave up because it wasn't practical, like painting, writing, music, whatever it was. This is the sky basically handing you permission to pick it back up purely for the joy of it. Zero productivity required, just to have fun. Okay? This closes out 2 years of learning the difference between what generally lights you up and what you performed for other people's approval. Tonight, pick the things that actually are yours. All right? Scorpio, you're allowed to do something badly just for fun with zero audience. I promise nobody's keeping score, except maybe you. So stop that, okay? Joy, 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 joy down in my heart. There you go. I love that. Scorpio, tonight's ritual is this. Do one purely joyful, non-productive, creative act tonight. Draw, dance, try to do a fucking handstand. Write badly on purpose, with really bad spelling. No goal except pleasure. Enjoy yourself, Scorpio. Honest to fucking God. Your affirmation is this. My joy does not need to be justified. I create because it's who I am. I got joy, 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 joy down in my heart. I want to be singing that all fucking weekend. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you'd rather be on a plane to literally anywhere than sit still in one place for too long. So, of course, this eclipse hits your home and family house, the one area of your life that requires you to actually stay put and feel something. This eclipse lands in the 4th, home, family, roots, your emotional foundation. This is deep, private, often unglamorous territory. There's no stage here, no audience, no adventure story to tell later. Just you and your actual feelings about where you come from. Think about how quickly you change the subject when a conversation gets into its, so how's your relationship with your parents? Really, territory. That deflection? This eclipse is gently but firmly taking that option off the table. This may show up as an actual move, a shift in a family relationship, or simply feeling more than you expected where home is right now. Let it be emotional. You're allowed. Sag, I know Sit with your feelings about your childhood home. Sounds like the least Sagittarius sentence I could possibly say to you, but do it anyway. I believe in you. So your tonight's ritual is this. Light a candle in the room of your home that feels most you and set an intention for what you want that space in your family relationships to hold next. Okay? Your affirmation is this. My home is wherever I choose to plant myself fully. Abso-fucking-lutely, Sag. Let's get on to Capricorn. Capricorn, you choose your words like you're spending money you don't want to waste. Careful, deliberate, and no fucking fluff. Tonight's eclipse hits your house of communication, and it wants you to spend a little more freely than you're used to. This eclipse falls in your third house. Tomorrow's freaking weekend is going to tell you it's the fourth. It's actually the third. My bad. I got it mixed up on my symbols there. And then it was too late. Actually, I didn't think about it till I got to Sagittarius. Wait, is that what I did? Oh, no, because, we randomly pick things out. Okay, so this is the house of texts, calls, quick chats, not grand gestures, just the accumulation of small, honest moments. That message sitting in your drafts folder, the one you've rewritten 6 times and still haven't sent, yeah, that one. This eclipse is basically staring over your shoulder and saying, just hit send. Watch for unexpected news landing through quick, casual channels like a text, a call, a chance run-in with a neighbor or sibling, carrying more weight than it seems like it should. Capricorn, you do not need to draft a 7th version of that text. Version 1 was fine. Send version 1. Tonight's ritual is this. Send the message, make the call, or start the conversation you've been rehearsing in your head for weeks. Your affirmation is this, Capricorn. I speak my truth clearly, and I trust I'll be understood. Aquarius. Oh, let's change your slide. Aquarius in the house. Hello, Beck Capel. Beck, how you doing, Beck? 4188. All right, let's see. This is happening in your 2nd house, Aquarius. Your ruling North Node just packed its bags and moved into your own sign, which basically never happens on this kind of timeline. And this eclipse is landing right in your money and self-worth house. Big things are lining up for you, even if it doesn't feel like that yet, okay? This eclipse falls in your 2nd house, and this is about money, resources, and self-worth. And that second part matters just as much as the first, because this house always asks the deeper question underneath the bank balance. What do you actually believe you're worth? Let's ask you this. Have you ever undercharged for your own time or work because asking for what you're actually worth felt uncomfortably transactional? That's the exact pattern up for review. With your ruling node freshly in your own sign, you're stepping into roughly 18 months where you get to actively grow, not just theorize. What you release financially or in terms of self-worth right now clears space for what's arriving. Aquarius, exposure is not a form of payment. Charge the actual rate. The eclipse said so, and honestly, so do I, several times before tonight. Your ritual is this. Review one financial habit or belief about money that's outdated and write a new, truer statement of your worth to replace it. All right? Your affirmation is, my worth is not up for negotiation. I receive abundance easily. Oh, I love that, Aquarius. I'm telling you, great things are happening. There's so much energy, and I know that it's a lot. And the best thing you can do, Aquarius, is ground, ground, ground. Again, you are electric current, and that current needs a ground. And if you don't ground, it's going to diffuse in all the wrong ways. All right? So, Aquarius, love you. Let's move on to Pisces. My North Node is Aquarius. Wow. Mine is in Pisces. Speaking of Pisces, Pisces. This whole night has secretly been about you from the very first slide, because this eclipse is happening in your sign, your story, your spotlight, whatever you want it or not. It falls in your first house, and this is about identity, appearance, how you show up in the world before you've said a single word. This is the most personal placement an eclipse can possibly have, and it's happening in your own sign. You know how you can walk into a room and immediately absorb everyone else's mood, sometimes before you've even said hello? That's real. That's not being too sensitive. That's literally how your sign is built. And this eclipse asks, what do you feel underneath everyone else's feelings? Pisces sun, we got some Pisces in the house. Can I have an amen to Aquarius? Amen. Can I ring that bell? Ring that bell. Pisces are like, why is Aquarius stealing my thunder? Pisces, this is the exact story that opened in your sign back in September 2024. And tonight it closes in your sign too. You want to talk about full circle here. You may feel like a different person than you were 2 years ago. In every way that matters. So Pisces, for one night, you're allowed to make it about you. I know that feels borderline illegal. It's not. Just go ahead, okay? Your ritual is stand in front of a mirror and speak one sentence about who you've become over these 2 years and let yourself actually hear it. Your affirmation is this: I am allowed to be fully, unapologetically myself. Damn, I love that. I really, really love that. Pisces, such an incredible time for you. Okay? Now, we're going to do a guided meditation. So I want you to get comfortable. And it's just going to be a little one. We're not going to go deep. The one that we're allowing ourselves to go deep is happening while everybody's sleeping. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the loveliest Pisces of them all? I'm also releasing at 12:18 a.m. in the wee hours of the morning. I'm releasing the 20-minute guided meditation. That is absolutely fantastic. I recorded it this afternoon. Well, actually, I recorded it right after the freaking weekend. And it's absolutely fantastic. And I wanted to attach it to this live, but I think it needed its own space. I didn't want it to take away from the information of this, So I thought, well, you know what? We'll do at least a little closing meditation for the night. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and set up the meditation screen. There we go. Let me get a thumbs up or something in the chat that the levels are good. You hear the music well, mixed with the vocals. I don't like to start until we're ready. Oh, great, Patriot. I'm telling you, that meditation is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic, if I must say so. I mean, I'm writing some bangers lately, So, find a comfortable seat wherever you are right now. If you can dim the lights, let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Okay? Everything good? We can hear very well? Okay, let's go ahead and begin, shall we? Go ahead and close your eyes. Or soften your gaze downward if you'd rather keep them open. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. longer than the exhale, the inhale. Again, take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it. And release. Again, take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it. And release. Feel the weight of your body wherever you're sitting or lying. You are held. You are safe. This is a moment just for you. This eclipse closes a story that's been unfolding for 2 years. Somewhere in you is something from that time. A belief, a relationship, a version of yourself you've outgrown, but haven't quite let go of. Let it rise now. Don't force it. Just let it surface. The way the moon rises, whether you watch it or not. See it clearly, whatever it is. Notice where you feel it in your body. Your chest, your throat, your stomach. Now silently say to it, "Thank you for what you taught me. I release you now." Picture that moon, deep red, nearly swallowed by shadow. And picture whatever you're releasing dissolving into that shadow with it. It doesn't need your permission to leave. You've already given it. With the North Node freshly moved into Aquarius, this eclipse isn't only closing a door, it's cracking open a new one. So ask yourself gently, what wants to begin now in the space release just made? You don't need the full answer tonight. Just let one word or one feeling arrive. Place your hand on your heart and say to yourself, I am allowed to begin again. Say to yourself, thank you for this moment to release. I welcome change and new beginnings. I release what no longer serves me. I am whole. Now, take a good deep breath in and let it go completely. When you're ready, gently wiggle your toes and fingers and open your eyes. Whatever you release tonight is released. Whatever you open to is already on its way to you, and it wants you more than you want it. Okay. Very good. Whew. Very good. Like I said, just wanted to do a little one for tonight. At midnight, at 12:18, the other one's coming in hot. And that's the 20-minute version. All right. So it's so weird my TV had add this live, but phone didn't. Wow, that's weird. That's weird. Really weird. Again, like I said, I just wanted to do a little calming, grounding meditation. You know, I didn't want to pull away from this live. But yeah, my phone had them. Oh, man. That sucks. The big full moon release meditation will not have ads on it. That does not have ads on it. And this one shouldn't have had. This happened before. I hit no ads and it still gave ads. Yeah, YouTube is strange today. I'll tell you. Oh, well, thank you, Patriot. Yeah, YouTube started a new way of counting views for us creators, and it has caused all kinds of havoc. You know, it's not displaying our numbers right. I could have 800 views on, you know, for the day, and then all of a sudden it drops to 3. It's like, wait a minute, what just happened here? So I don't know. They're shifting a lot, changing the algorithm again. Dang CME, that's right. So, we've gone over a lot tonight, and I'm actually very satisfied with that. Again, you may have learned something new that you didn't know before. And the whole point of this, the whole reason why I do this, is to help you better understand what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? And I've got some great videos coming out in the near future here before actually it gets cold outside. I'm going to be doing a grounding meditation video teaching you all about grounding from basically the ground up. Well, thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. But yeah, we've got to learn to work with this energy that's all around us instead of freaking out. Capricorns, that's communication. You got something to say. YouTube being naughty. They are being naughty. Thank you, Latasha. I appreciate that. You got to do the full meditation. You think that was good? Do the 20-minute one, man. That's beautiful. I don't know why I look so shiny. Why do I look so shiny? It's not even that hot. It's nice out. You know what? I put sea salt in my hair. I didn't spray my face, but I did put it in my hair. You know, I don't know. I have lots to say. I'm sure you do, Gene. I'm sure you do. Say it, you know? Don't mess around. Well, everybody, it's been a day. And then I got to leave my house at like 7:30 in the morning to bring my mom all the way to Tonawanda to her sugar doctor. And hopefully I'm back by the time I got to open up the shop. So I like timed and scheduled all my releases and stuff. So it'll just go ahead and do it itself, you know? So, because usually after I get out of the gym on Fridays, I'm not going to the gym tomorrow. And yeah, so usually I'm doing it at the gym. I'm posting the timestamps and all that while I'm like doing leg presses. I'm like putting all that shit up there in the morning. And then I do the posts for the shop and all of that. And I just don't have a time. So that's a drive. I know. It's like, Mom, why can't you do like a telehealth call? She's like, well, she's going to go in there. I'm going to go in there and she's just going to yell at me. And it's like, you know, she's like, the last time I was there for 2.5 hours. I'm like, what? You know, I'm like, bitch, I don't mind driving you there. You know, oh my God, I don't even want to say that out loud. Right now, my mother just perked up out of bed and went, you know? But yeah, that is a drive. Yeah, that's a drive. That's a drive. That's a drive. That's a drive. So that's what I got going on tomorrow. So today I had to rush to get all these things done. You know, that eclipse energy is just like, okay, surrender versus control. I can control how I manage my time. So at the shop, I had a couple readings to do, and then I went ahead and had to edit all the videos and all of that. So we're all good. We're all good right now. I mean, I was still posting stuff to schedule when I hit go live, which I didn't go live, apparently. I went live, but I didn't go live. What's that multi-dimensional glow? It sure is, because I'm not sweating. I just look very shiny. I think it's at night. At night, when I do lives, I look a little bit more shinier, you know? I don't know. On this monitor, I have regular skin tone. And on this monitor I have over here, I look orange as fuck. Like I got jaundice, you know? All right, everybody. I hoped that lunar eclipse video did you some good. Again, you can watch it again, you know, get the information. Don't forget the full moon guided release meditation is going to be posted at 12:18 a.m. That's already set to roll, all ready to go. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, the meditation will be there for you to do. It's about 20 minutes and I kind of made it in the Pisces energy kind of feel. So you hear waves. It's all about water. It's good. It's really good. It's good shit, man. Good shit. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. If you would like a personal reading with me, all of that is in the description. If you're in the Western New York area this weekend, come on down to the Circle of Light Spiritual Center. I'm actually doing a full moon special. Usually a 25-minute tarot reading and a full energy cleanse is $77. And this weekend, I'm doing it for a big old 65. So let's do it. All right. So everybody, be careful with this energy. We don't need to rush through it. Again, this isn't a time where we do. This is a time where we reflect. So starting tonight, well into the weekend. And as we get closer to the week, you're going to start to feel that energy move because the moon's going to go into Aries. So you're going to definitely want to get moving after we reflect and release. So it's so important that you do that this weekend. Give yourself a break. So important. All right, everybody. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Why haven't you yet? And let's hit that 10,000 goal. You know, we're pretty well almost there. I'm going to jump on that reading special. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's for in person though, just so you know. Because, you know, I can't do a full energy cleanse online. I guess I could, but, you know, you got to experience that shit firsthand. You know what I'm saying? So that will be available. Go ahead and call me, book your appointment. I think I'll have that ready for Square. I don't know if I put it on my booking site. I had so much on my checklist. I'm going to have to check it before I pass out tonight to get ready for my trip to Tonawanda. Fuck. All right, everybody. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. I guess. I guess. I don't know how this works. YouTube doesn't want me to end my broadcast yet. So let's do it.